What's up, arm wrestling family? So anyway, I figured I'd make a quick little prediction video so everybody's doing it and whatever. And on my interview on East versus West, we didn't really go through that, so I figured I'd do it real quick for you. We got, let me see, we got Jerry and Alex. I got to ride with my boy Jerry. Really stylistically, I just think it's a bad matchup for Alex, especially if Jerry is coming in prime shape, which I think he is. I don't think he come in good shape at all versus Gennady. Not Gennady, Gasparini. And I think Alex is his style. I just think it's a bad stylistic matchup for him. Because having a taller, longer arm doesn't really help you with Jerry. So, yeah, I'm going Jerry in a barn burner. Probably like 3-1, maybe even 3-0. Wouldn't surprise me. Camille and Mike. That's a hard one for me because Camille's just been on the rise, on a tear, mostly left-handed. And I really hadn't watched a lot of him right-handed, but I'm gonna assume that his style is the same. Just not really a good style to pull Mike. Kind of the same thing with Jerry and Alex. The styles are just not, it's not a great style. I will say I think we've seen the best of Mike in the past, and not so much in recent outings. Obviously he had injuries or whatever, but it's a close one for me because I don't really know where Mike's at. You know what I mean? So, because he can say whatever, I can say whatever, but realistically we go off performance, So I'm gonna take Mike, even though he didn't take me, because I'm a real one, and I do think it's a close match. I think Mike pulls it out in the later rounds. Probably experience will play a big key. But I'm gonna go Mike. And we got Liz and is it Alexandria, I think. I do think the Top Row Queen is probably the better arm wrestler, more polished. Liz is an absolute unit, and sometimes doesn't matter how good you can arm wrestle, and that's what I see playing out there. For Doug and Hunter, one of the West versus West matches. So I've had the pleasure of obviously seeing both of these guys in person in arm wrestling. Doug a couple times the last month or two. I just don't see it. I just don't see him getting beat. If the match stops at all, I think Doug drags him back to center and looks at him. Just me personally. I think Hunter is definitely the future as far as lightweight American arm wrestling goes. There's no doubt. I don't think he's quite polished enough to be here at this level. I think this will be a good test to see if he is. But from what I've seen this past year, I've seen him struggle a little bit with, lighter guys, not guys who aren't quite as strong as Doug. So I don't see it, man. Hunter could get a flash in there, I think, but and I'm sure this will motivate him. I'm sure it will, as it does me. I'm looking forward to the match because it's a highly anticipated match. So, but I got to go with Doug, 3-0, maybe 3-1. Yeah. Paul and Rustum, another solid match. Man, all these matches are really good, to be honest. I got to go with Paul. Obviously, he's the bigger human. I think he wants it more. I think he wants this match probably more than any previous match ever. Although I do think Rustam is probably in better shape than last time, I would say Paul is too. I think Paul beats him 3-1, maybe 3-2. Ryan and Ray. I said I don't know a whole lot about Ryan. I do know he's bigger. I know what camp he comes from, so he's coached well. Sometimes that don't mean anything because a lot of people aren't coachable. But I know Ray's gonna be the sharper arm wrestler. He's gonna be the more polished arm wrestler. But he's giving up a lot of weight, so while I don't put a lot of stock into the weight, it does matter. And with a guy like Ryan, it's probably gonna matter. So I'm gonna go Ryan. I think honestly Ryan like 3-0, 3-1 maybe. I think if Ray gets two wins, I think he'll win. But I'm gonna go with Ryan. Paul and Perez, man, this is my favorite match on the card other than my own. Paul and Perez. Paul has been the undisputed guy left-handed under 200 pounds for many years. I've been waiting for this match because I felt Perez in 18 or 19 when I pulled Kenny Hughes in a super match. I felt him and it was retarded. Okay, but I've pulled Paul 8 or 9 times and I haven't pulled out the first win left-handed. So it'll be interesting because Paul's strong everywhere. Even when I found lanes where I was competitive with him, he still found a way to win. So rooting for my boy, and from what I hear, he's stronger than he's ever been, which, to be honest, I think he'll need to be. But I'm going Paul in an absolute arm melter. John and Leonidas, going with the GOAT, baby. A lot's going to depend on John, as many people have said, but I think Leonidas is just not quite polished enough to pull it off. Artem and Mindy, I've been going back and forth with this one because I've pulled both of them within the last year and a half or so, and I just pulled Artem, practiced with him twice in the last 2 or 3 months, and he's stronger than Mindy. I don't care what anybody says, he's stronger than Mindy. But I was stronger than Mindy and I lost 3-2. And I noticed Mindy keeps downplaying our match, like, oh, I didn't feel good. Like, bro, I got off the couch 2 months before that and come and pulled you. So calm down. But you better hope you're trained up and ready for this one, brother, because what I just felt last weekend is stronger than you, bro. I know you beat guys that are stronger than you all the time, but just telling you, I think a lot of people's going to be surprised. But I'm going with Artem. I think he'll win 3-1. Todd and Prudnick. My mind tells me Prudnick. My heart says Todd. Todd has been on a slow incline, like forever, really. Prudnick, the last couple outings, we've seen, so I got to go with Todd, even though I do think Prudnick is a really, really hard match for Todd. It's just, I don't know. It's something about what Prudnick does that just puts him out of his element a little bit. But I'm going Todd. Dave and Frank, I really don't know a lot about Frank. I know a lot about Dave. And Dave's kind of in that situation I was talking about with Michael Todd. It's kind of, he's been dealing with injuries. His last couple outings haven't looked that great. But I heard all of that's fixed, so I'm riding with Dave. I think Dave may pull it off with a sweep. Matt and Lars, while I think Lars has like the worst move for Matt, that Matt could, that flop wrist press is just like the kryptonite for a good solid top roller. But Matt is fast. I think he wants it. He hadn't had the results he's wanted at a couple of these things now, so I think he sweeps him. I think Matt sweeps him. Brita and Americ. Maybe I'm saying that right. Probably not. I think Brita's gonna. I think he's gonna kill him. I've been talking with Brita last couple weeks, and I know what he's training. I know who he's training with. I know what his numbers look like. And this cat better bring everything in the kitchen sink, because if Brita gets in his spot, I don't think it's gonna be close. It's my opinion on that. And Corey and Travis, this one to me is probably the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Probably the most unpredictable, because we don't know what Travis is bringing, really. Did he have enough time to get stronger in 6 weeks or whatever it's been? And I understand that's his right arm, but let's be honest, it looked like complete garbage, like hot garbage juice. That's what it looked like. So I really don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if his left arm feels any better. But I do know what Corey can do and what he feels like. He's the only guy I've ever grabbed that felt like he was grabbing me with a low grip and a high grip at the same time. So the only thing about Corey, I have seen him, you know, in the middle of matches, it not going his way and kind of mentally drain a little bit. So, and that's not something you want to do against Travis. It's not a good idea, because he's going to feed off of that as soon as he sees it. So I would say Corey, if he comes in, everything's jiving. But if I got a bet, I normally go with, I'm a statistics guy, you know, I'm gonna probably lean towards Travis, but I really think it's all depending on how Travis shows up. That being said, I think that only leaves my match, which I'm gonna make a whole nother video about. Obviously, I think I'm gonna win. I think it's, if I'm being quite honest with you, I think it's gonna be convincing. I don't think it's gonna be anything like our old matches. I don't think he can beat me anywhere on the table right now. Hook, top roll, flat, doesn't matter. This is me personally. And by the way, if you feel that way, the match is on arm bets. Go put some money on your boy. I'm telling you, look at me. I'm telling you, I'm winning this match. There's nothing he can do about it. It's over. It's already over. He might as well stay in Latvia. Well, I guess it's still a free vacation. So come on, Giannis. Love to see you anyway, my old friend. Anyway, I'll make that video probably tonight or tomorrow and just talk about it a little bit. Anyway, Team West, baby. We are the West. We'll see y'all in 15 days? Yeah, something like that. What'd I say? Stay strong and love arm wrestling, baby. Roll Tide.